Welcome Yamhill County to Speaking Frankly. I'm your host, Howie Harkema, and our tagline is, and how we doing? And how are we doing? Today I have two wonderful guests who have been on before recently. It's Dan and Nancy Morrow, and we're going to talk about the McMinnville Short Film Festival in its 9th year. Thank you for being on, Nancy.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Dan, for being on. So what is the McMinnville Short Film Festival, and how did this event come about?
The McMinnville Short Film Festival started in 2011. It goes back to the UFO video contest that we had during the 2011 UFO festival.
Yes.
And we had such a great turnout for that. We decided, well, what the heck, let's put together a short film festival and let people submit films of any genre to that one. And it's grown from 18 films, 20 films, something, not very many films, from just Yamhill County and Salem participants to, we are showing 85 films this year from around the world.
It's a global phenomenon.
It is. We just discovered this, we are even showing a film this year that is an official Oscar-nominated film for short, Best Animation Short.
Wow, that's
we did not know that when we selected it, so that was exciting to hear. Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
So it was back when it was Alien Days, before it was the UFO Festival.
Yes. Yes.
And what made you guys decide to do a short film festival?
Yeah. I think we blocked that out of our heads.
How hard could it be? Why not?
Well, we were running Movie Time Video at the time and meeting lots of people who were involved in the film industry, or they like to make films or anything like that. And we were even making lots of little videos with our employees. By the time we finished Movie Time, we had made 25 films. I use that term loosely. But what we learned was there was a great respect for what the filmmakers are doing in trying to make a film. And so we thought, well, maybe we could do that. And film was not an art form in Yamhill County, so we decided to bring that in, and here we are.
That's fantastic. So how many years has this wonderfully creative event been happening now?
This is our 9th. We technically skipped one in 2018. We started off offering this in October, and then in 2019 we moved it to February. So we actually pushed it.
We had a 16-month delay to move it from, it used to be in October, then shifted it to February last year, just in time to have a gigantic snowstorm.
Of course.
But that's okay.
Nothing like Mother Nature intervening.
Exactly.
So give us a short history about the film festival, because a lot has changed from the first year to today.
Right. So the first year we held it at the community center in their gymnasium with the screen that we had just set up their chairs and sat there and watched. And I might say that MCM's own Jerry Uckton won the adults short film with his adorable ducks video. So Jerry gets that claim to
first
fame.
Award winner.
Yes. And then we moved it to the Gallery Theater for years 2
and 3.
And the community center loaned us their screen that we could put up there. Awesome. And then we had a filmmaker attend that said, you know, if you really want to go big, you've got to start showing this at a cinema. So starting in year 4, we connected with Coming Attractions at the McMinnville Cinema, and we've been there ever since. We have our awards dinner at Chemeketa Community College, and this year we are launching our first ever opening night on Friday night, and we are partnering with Linfield, so we'll have it there at Linfield College.
So as we go through this, we'll kind of try to explain the different locations because it's a little bit complex.
Yes, it is.
So are you guys a 501c3 nonprofit?
We are. We are under the McMinnville Film Festival Foundation nonprofit, 501c. We did that about 4 or 5 years ago. We decided it was time to take it to its own nonprofit status.
Right.
It just made sense, and we were growing so fast that we needed to have something like that.
Plus you need donations and grants to do this, because this is not an inexpensive endeavor.
No, it is not. Yes, and we were finding that to be challenging.
Yeah. So what changes have occurred to this year's film festival?
As I said, we have an opening night.
Right.
So we have a 3rd day. We decided to reorganize the films into categories instead of here's a 2-hour block of any type of film. So we have environmental, we have documentary, horror, Yeah, we have a horror one. We also have one called Experimental, a Bit Strange, and that's pretty much anything that doesn't fit into anything else. Although some films are truly experimental. We have animation. We even have 2 new categories this year. We have a Native American screening block that we are partnering with the Confederated Tribes of the Grand Ronde to bring that. And we have a student showcase. Grades 6 through 12 is one category, and we'll be showing 5 films. And we have college, which we are showing 6 films, I think. And McMinnville Kiwanis is sponsoring our grade 6 through 12, and Sunrise Rotary is sponsoring our college.
That's fantastic. So how are you funded? Because it's not simple.
I'm glad you asked.
Here comes an entire breakdown of...
I appreciate the notes.
I did not want to forget, because we value all of our sponsors, our grants,
really
our
grown,
in-kind,
too.
everything. So this year, a huge shout out to Oregon Community Foundation, James F. and Marion L. Miller Foundation, Wells Fargo, and Yamhill County Cultural Coalition for grants that they granted us. And then our major sponsors are Ronnie LaCrute, which many of you know. She's a huge advocate of the arts in our area.
She's awesome.
Linfield College, Chemeketa Community College, Kroner Camera. They're a huge camera business in Portland that a lot of the filmmakers utilize. Oregon Film, Oregon Mutual Insurance, and Recology. And then our partners are Coming Attractions, which is the cinema, Oregon Media Production Association, the Gallery at 10 Oaks, Visit McMinnville, Bricker Down, and Liam Pickard Photography. And then last and definitely not least, we have in-kind donors, Fairway Cottage, David Jones Airbnb, Best Western McMinnville Inn, Red Lion Inn, Lifestyle Properties, and Chehalem Ridge B&B.
Well, the local B&Bs and motels have to really appreciate this, because people fly in from all over the world to attend this festival.
Yeah, this year we have people coming from California, Washington, New York, Cleveland,
Canada.
I'm not even really sure where else yet. But yeah, we've got people coming in from all over, and that keeps growing as well. And then a lot of our Portland filmmakers are coming down for the whole weekend instead of just driving back and forth.
Oh, sure. That makes a lot of sense. So with the student ones, the student films, do they have a film editing facility at the schools for the kids to be able to edit these?
I think it varies. I mean, we've got a block of student shorts that are from grades 6 through 12 is one award category, and then the college group, and it really varies by, school, what they've got access to. But so many kids nowadays have access to digital editing on their computer that is, light years ahead of where it would have been in 2011 when we started the festival. The difference between the DVD and tape submissions we were getting dropped off at the video store for our first year versus the way they all come in now is it's amazing how much it's changed.
Yeah, I downloaded a video editing package for free online, and it works fantastic.
Right. And of course, the colleges have often cinema studies programs, film studies. The grades 6 through 12 are often doing their own thing. One of the films is from Central High School in Independence, and they actually have a film club. And this is their first production of their film club. And so, you have something like that too.
It's got to be so exciting for the kids.
It is. It's really cool.
So, do you need additional sponsors for next year's 10th?
You bet we do. Yes, we are always looking for new sponsors. And we were very happy this year at growing with several of these new sponsors. In particular, we want to thank Linfield College this year for really stepping up and supporting. And they're letting us have access to Melrose Hall and the Ice Auditorium for the big opening night kickoff. And a reception afterwards there at Melrose Hall. So they've been a huge sponsor, and getting the community to get on board and feed back into the tourism dollars coming in is it's just a nice connection. Yeah,
Linfield, especially, we should note that they are offering a reception following opening night screenings.
Oh, that's
that
good.
is open to anybody who's attending, and it's a great chance to meet the filmmakers who will be there too. But yes, going into year 10, we are going to do a big splash since it's our 10th anniversary, and we want to really pull out all the stops and do lots of exciting things. We've already talked to Stoller Wines, and we're going to work with them on creating a 10-year anniversary label. Yes, so that's really exciting, and so yeah, So we're
So do you need additional volunteers? I know you get them from community,
Mm-hmm.
but you're also inquiring with the president of the student body?
Yes, so we just hired a community outreach coordinator, Terry Gunn, and she is handling all the volunteer positions this year, and she is working with Linfield to try to get students for opening night, because who knows the campus better than their students?
Of course.
And then she is organizing the weekend volunteers, and we're finalizing where we're at, and in the next few days we'll be posting on our Facebook page what additional volunteers we need, so watch for that.
Awesome. So when is the McMinnville Short Film Festival occurring? And this is a little complex, so
Yes, it's occurring faster than we can realize. It's in 3 weeks, 3 weeks from tomorrow, if I'm calculating. So February 21st, Friday, February 21st, Saturday the 22nd, and Sunday the 23rd. So Friday night, we
Yep.
start off at Linfield College in the Ice Auditorium in Melrose Hall.
Yep.
And that's at 6:30 p.m. We will show a combination of comedy and drama films. All the films, by the way, have to be less than 20 minutes. So some are very short, some are longer. But Friday night is our Narratives 1, so comedy and drama. Saturday, we kick off 10 a.m. the Student Showcase, which is free to the general public. You do have to have tickets, which you can get when you check in, but we're limited to seating, and we want to make sure we don't
And that's at
oversell it.
Cinema 10.
That's at the McMinnville Cinema, yes,
Right.
the one out on Highway 18 next to Chemeketa, across
Right.
from the hospital. So Saturday is, we kick off at 10 a.m. in the morning. We do Student Showcase, then environmental, then animation. We take a break and get the filmmakers downtown. Please, if you're downtown, if you see people walking around with this little badge, ask them what their film is.
Yeah.
They'll love hearing
Yeah.
about it. And then we come back at 6:30, I think, Saturday night for our Narratives 2, more comedy and drama, followed by horror at 9 o'clock that night. And then Sunday, we kick off the Native Americans at 10 a.m. Then we follow with the experimental films, and then documentary following that. Again, all at McMinnville Cinema. And then Sunday night is our awards dinner, which we consider our big party celebration.
And
because
that's at?
That's at Chemeketa, next door to the cinema.
Right.
In their big lecture room, we set it up with beautiful tables and decorations, and just have a great celebration of all things film. And the general public is welcome to that too.
So how can community get tickets and support this event?
Go to our website and click on the attend button, and you can see where the tickets are. And you can buy an all-access pass for $85, which is about a $115 value that you can get for $85. You can go to every film,
3
all
days.
85 films, all 3 days,
85.
and the awards dinner. And we provide wine and food at the awards
You are
dinner.
definitely getting your $85 worth over the course of
Yeah.
those 3 days. If you attend all 85 films,
Yes.
let me tell you,
That's a buck of film.
it will be a life-changing
It is,
experience.
it is.
That's
So,
fantastic.
You can also do just a film block, so if you don't want to go to the dinner, or you can buy per screening, which is $10 a ticket. $10 per screening. So if you say, I just want to go to opening night, you can do that for $10, or I just want to go to the environmental, so you can do that for $10. Yeah.
So, how can community, let's see. All short films submitted must fall into a length not more than 20 minutes.
Yes. Right.
That's got to be tough for some of them.
it is, and I think the first year we actually had 15 minutes was our maximum, but we found a lot of them, the filmmakers were trying to hit into that 20-minute
Range.
Right.
And possibly the Portland Short Film Festival had that range as well, where there was a lot of them that
Right.
kind of met that. So expanding to 20 minutes was a good cutoff. And then there's no magical reason for that. I think the Academy calls 45 minutes or less a short film, but we
Right.
just sort of arbitrarily pick 20 minutes.
But one of the things, a lot of people are a little fearful of short films.
Sure.
They don't understand short films. And I will say, at the beginning, I wasn't convinced about short film, but I fell in love with it very quickly. It is an amazing feat to tell a story from start to finish in less than 20 minutes. Some of these films are only 2 and 3 minutes long, and they pack a powerful message.
Sure.
Some of them are closer to 20 minutes. On average, I'd say we probably are around 12 to 13 minutes per film. And like we always say, if you didn't like that film, there's the next one coming up very soon that I bet you'll love. So there's always something different to see. But it's really challenging to tell that story in a very short time.
And how many submissions do you receive now? Because I know it used to be a few. Now it's enormous.
We closed in on 250 submissions this year.
Unbelievable.
And we turned away a lot of films, unfortunately, that we hated to turn away, but we were limited in time.
Right.
So year 10, maybe we'll have even more because we'll be
Right.
bigger. But yeah.
So the
And I'd
fil-
like to say, Dan and I watch every single one of those films.
Yes.
Because it's important to us as the founders to understand. We have a screening team, but we personally take advantage and watch every single one of those films. So
And
it's a
just
lot of
have
films.
A big part of it for us too is having that connection
Yeah.
with the filmmaker when they
Sure.
walk in person, like,
Right.
I've seen your film, and you have that conversation. And we have a lot of filmmakers who are now coming back year after year because they've had a good connection with the festival and the way we treat them. So,
Right.
you know.
Right.
And they're juried in.
They are
Yes.
juried in. So we have a team of screeners who watch the films, and they take notes and they make recommendations. And then Dan and I are part of the programming team based on our history of the festival and what we know will fit and what might not quite fit. And we go through and work with everybody to put together a program.
So let's go to the video trailer snippets. I know you've brought us, what is it, 5?
5 or 6 that we've got available. There are 6.
6. Okay. Very good.
You're showing all of them.
Ian, if you would launch the first, wait, before,
You wanna hear?
description.
Description. Okay. So the very first one is from our very own local McMinnville Film Club. And
Yay
it's-
for McMinnville Film
Yes,
Club.
Yes, they meet here at IBCM, and this is their third festival that they have submitted a film to and had it shown. This year it's East of a Dream. It's directed by Kyle Dowderman. Sorry, Kyle, if I said your name wrong. And the screenplay is by Mike Santanay. And it is about a young woman who aspires to escape her life in an RV and become a nurse. But her plans are threatened when her criminal cousin drags her into his world.
Okay.
How's Joyce?
You know, Dexter, even though you're my cousin, you can still knock.
Business. Barry's fronting me enough oxy. And by Halloween, I'll be chugging Mai Tais on an Italian beach.
Oh, I have an idea. You help junkies overdose, and I'll become a nurse to save them.
Gone. My wallet.
Look, he owes me money.
Why do you loan that boy money? You know he's just gonna piss it away.
You've got some nerve.
So I recognize a number of those people.
Yeah, you do.
Caroline, our director, is definitely in there.
Yep.
Mandy Pawanka is in there, and someone else.
Grant Stevens.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
And Kathy Willoughby?
I think so.
Think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a great example of what the local film
Yes.
club is producing and getting better and better every year. And
Right.
come see that at the big kickoff at Linfield.
Yeah,
that
they are
night.
literally
So,
kicking off the film festival, the first film being shown.
yes. So
Whoa.
meet the filmmakers.
So what is
Okay.
the second one?
So the next one is an animated one. It's called Godspeed. It is nominated for this year's Will Vinton Award for Best Animation, and it comes to us from Sunny Y. Yan Chan from California. And it's about a story. It's a story about a mother saying goodbye to her son at the airport, and the son asks for a hug, but the mother is reluctant to do so. And it's based on the filmmakers growing up in Hong Kong. And realizing how important things like that are to a child when an adult views things differently. So it's about
Interesting.
that. Yeah.
Awesome. So what is the next one?
So the next one is Sock Guys, And this, we got to see this at the Bin Film Festival and just fell in love with it. It is nominated for Best Documentary, and it's directed by Katie Turinsky from Brooklyn, New York. It is about a young man who has started a business with his dad, and the young man is autistic, and they only hire employees who have special needs, mainly autism, but can be anything.
Asperger's or-
yes,
yeah.
yes, and I'm sorry, not autism, Down syndrome.
Oh.
He has Down syndrome.
Okay.
I apologize. They hire a lot of people, though, who are autistic and have different special needs. And it's just all about the sock business that they run, and it's grown into this big nationally known company.
Awesome.
And it's a very, very touching and encouraging film.
We're the one-stop shop where you can get any socks you want.
We have 1,900 different kinds of socks. We have crew socks, knee-high socks, men, women, kids, everything has socks.
We want to show the world what's possible when you give someone a chance.
She's 3 for 15.
We now have 35 employees, and 15 of them have differing abilities.
Here, no one judges me at all.
I like putting labels on socks, packing out orders.
This is the first job I had.
All right, I got a lot of stuff to catch you guys up on.
I really love working with my dad. He's funny, just like coming in.
What's our mission, buddy?
Pretty happiness.
That's it. Hey, while we're out here, you want to pull some orders?
Oh, Dad.
Oh, Dad. Oh, Dad.
That's fantastic.
It is.
There's so many good
yeah.
documentaries this year,
Yeah.
too. So, yeah.
Okay.
So the next one is another nomination for Best Documentary, and this comes from Brian Nelson, who he is returning to our film festival for the 3rd year in a row from Tucson. He flies up here every year, which is really exciting. And it's called Streetlights of the Universe. This is one of Dan's favorite films because he loves the whole universe and
Me too.
all that. So this is about astronomers preparing to probe the mysteries of dark energy by assembling the largest ever 3D map of the universe.
Ooh. That's awesome. So the company I used to work for built Kitt Peak Observatory.
Oh, wow.
I used to have a wooden balsa wood model in my bedroom as I grew up because my dad's company built that. So
You have to be at the festival.
yeah,
Talk to Brian about that.
I understand. I have to do that for sure.
Yes.
So what's the next?
So the next one is a drama. It's called We Were There. It's nominated for Best Genre. And it's directed by Saeed Vahidi, who is coming down to the festival from Vancouver, British Columbia. And it's about these two couples who are preparing a surprise party for the wife of their friend. And they're in the apartment when she shows up. And we'll let the trailer
We'll
guide
see
you.
what transpires.
شازده افسون شده
نهال عاشق چیزای کوفتیه.
پدرام کیه؟
من نمیتونم با این قضیه کنار بیام.
امشب تولد زنمه. کلی مهمون تو خونه است. آره میدونم.
حالا نمیشه یه امشب و دندون رو جگر بذاری؟
ما میخواستیم از کی انتقام بگیریم؟
That looks engaging.
It is. It's
Very much
really
so.
great. And hopefully you can see by the quality of trailers so far, the quality of films.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
That we get,
and the
yes.
super high resolution.
Yes, yes. And the last one, and I apologize because I'm not going to say this right, Yakazdahi Awaits the Dawn. and it's directed by Gabriel Clar, who is an Argentinian filmmaker. The film is based on a Navajo legend. It's an example of what you'll see in our Native American screening. And when the time comes to create the sky chart, the black god takes his blueprints and a sack filled with stars to set about creating the constellations, but things get complicated.
Okay. I can't wait to hear it because we can't hear it out here. But they're laughing in the control room.
Your producers are
Yeah,
excited.
yeah.
That's a good sign.
So that's an example of a trailer from pretty much each of the different screenings you'll see. Yeah.
So we've only got about 3 minutes left after all of that. So talk about your keynote speaker.
So this year, Scott Ballard is our keynote speaker. He's a Portland area filmmaker. He has submitted films to the film festival in past years.
Okay.
And he's made both feature films and short films. And the cool thing this year is he's talking about the importance of short film. And as a short film filmmaker, I think he's going to have a lot of good information for people attending. And he's a great guy and fun to talk to, too. So
awesome.
Lots of good content there.
So will there be Q&A?
Yes.
Yes.
So after each screening, we invite the filmmakers down. Some screenings have more filmmakers than others, but they will have the opportunity to come down and talk about their films. So prepare your questions and come challenge our filmmakers.
So how can filmmakers for the 10th annual film festival get involved, and how do they submit it?
I would say stay tuned to the website and the Facebook page. We'll have all the announcements of entry dates. Like probably we'll start off in probably beginning of April, start accepting submissions for next year's festival. Probably open from April through December 1st is the deadline cutoff next year.
Okay.
So yeah, take a look at
And
the
we use
website and look at Facebook.
We use a submission portal called filmfreeway.com,
I was
which is the
gonna ask,
largest in the
right.
world. Any filmmaker who ever submits to festivals will be familiar with Film Freeway. You just have to look up McMinnville Short Film Festival.
So it's FTC's type site, and you just upload, and then you guys download. And that's it. So how can the community get involved and support this very creative event?
Come out to the film festival.
That's the best way to start.
That's really the best way.
So we can get you sucked into
come
it.
out. We don't have anyone who comes out who doesn't say, wow, we had no idea. And then they start spreading the word. So the best way to support is just come see the films and be there and talk to the filmmakers. Look for the badges on the filmmakers as they're going around town and just say, hey, tell me about your film too.
Right.
Because they love talking about their films. They like being recognized.
So one more time, the dates and the cost.
February 21 through the 23rd, so in 3 weeks.
Right.
Or less than 3 weeks by the time the show is, sorry.
Yeah.
Less than 3 weeks, February 21 through the 23rd. And the cost is $10 per screening, or you can buy an all-film block or an all-access pass. It's out on our website, and click on the Attend button out there, and you get a list of all the films, where they're from, and when they're screening.
Does it have to be paid via PayPal, or can you just upload through your credit card or
Credit card or PayPal, either one online. We encourage you to get advance tickets, but you can also
We
get
will
the
have
tickets at the door.
too.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So thank you so much for
Thank
being
you
on.
for having
Thank
us
you
again,
so
Tommy.
much for
Yes.
being on. And I hope you get out and see the films, 85 films. Imagine that, over a 3-day period, plus an awards dinner, food, wine, great people, meet lots of people from all over the world. So thank you for watching today.